How y'all doing? It's Mark from Oz Homestead, and what I'm doing today is I'm moving these pigs because this one is blind, and I got to figure out how I'm going to get a blind pig in a livestock trailer. Harry Porker over here can see, he complies, he's pretty good. He's a little skittish, but he's gotten in the trailer before when I've taken other pigs and I've had to sort them out. So we're going to take Mrs. Chunk here. Thanks for coming back. That was good timing. We're going to take Mrs. Chunk here and Harry Porker at the end of February. It's late January right now, so I got to get everything staged and get her familiar with the livestock trailer so I can feed her in there, and she'll go in there when the time comes to take her to the butcher, because an animal this big is very hard to move. You know what I mean? If they don't want to go somewhere, they're not going to go. So stay tuned. Let's get this done. Almost got stuck because with the snow, it's hard to kind of see, and the ground was not as frozen as I thought it would be. So I skidded around a little bit, had to lock the differential, but the old ram up there came through, and I got this trailer where it should be. We got this livestock trailer, we got these pigs. How, the pigs are back there, that's my dog. How are we gonna get these pigs into this livestock trailer? Because these pigs are over 250 pounds, and if they don't wanna go anywhere, it's really hard to get them to do it. So we gotta get them to get used to this trailer and wanna go inside. And then eventually, when they get used to it and they both go in there, we're gonna shut this door and we're gonna take them to the butcher the next morning. So, Dula, what should we do? How should we get them in there? How should we do it? How should we do it? Reba, you don't even know. You haven't been around long enough. All right. Water in here is completely frozen solid, except for I guess a little bit. So I got to somehow get this unfrozen, because I want to change the water out that's in here. It's been in here for a while. All right, got some hot water here inside. See if this will help. All right, so I have this entire perimeter around fenced in. I just got to connect this last piece. And then we'll go ahead and let the pigs in here, and I'll put the water in there later and their house. So I got to do those two things. All right, I got the fence energizer. Let's get this thing set up. Grounding rod. Pigs. All right, we got one in. Come on, here, pigs. Here, pigs. Come on, Mrs. Chunk. Let's go. All right, guys, moment of truth. So this was all frozen up to where the nipples are on the bottom there. So this was all frozen. I added a whole bunch of hot water from inside the house, and it's been sitting for about 20 minutes. Maybe I can pour out all the ice. Still too frozen to come out. That's a big block of ice in there. That I'm telling you right now, that's not happening. That is thick. All right, so I got their shelter in here, and you can lift this with 2 people, but obviously it's just me, so I just use the tractor and move it over here. You could slide it, but the ground, you can see there's stumps and stuff every which way, so I just can't fully do that yet. Maybe one day when it's a lot more flat and I really tame this ground. All right, so they are moved. You know, I've got their fence set up, I got their charger, got their house, and I just got to put some orchard hay in their house so that they can sleep in there and have some thermal insulation. Put some little pieces of apple. Hey, hello, Mrs. Chunk. What are you doing? Can I pet you yet? Are we friends? Nope. It's been over a year, we're still not friends. Mrs. Chunk made it into the shelter last night, so that's good. Looks like all this froze kind of back over. Well, these 2 were in their shelter, so that's good. Making progress. I was worried. I think Mrs. Chunk is blind, so she was staying behind the trailer for a while, and I guess she eventually made it over here, so that's good. So she was nice and warm last night. So we had a successful move. Everybody's adjusted appropriately. Got our feed here, so let's go feed them, get them used to the trailer. Got our feed. I think I'm just going to take one of these bowls, though. I'm just going to be bold, because it looks like the apples that were up here are now gone. So somebody got up in there. So while the tractor's warming up, I got the ice out of this. You can see I broke it up once it's right over there. Got the ice out. Let's clean this thing out and refill it. Tore my meniscus in my knee a couple weeks back, so I got to do all this stuff in pain, but I got my barrel secured. I just got to fill up with water. The hoses are frozen, so I got to haul water. Got the de-icer in here. All right, so got some wood chips here. Just gonna camouflage this ramp so they're more familiar with it. Maybe it won't be as scary for them to walk up. This is the only solution I can come up with to get this pig who's blind in this trailer. You are kidding me. Hasn't even been 10 minutes and they're already starting to get up in there. Good job, Mrs. Chunk. Proud of you, girl. Oh man, this is gonna be so much smoother than I anticipated. So that's where we're at. I'll do another video of when I actually take them, and we'll see how that goes. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.